We are here with Bergen Giordani, co-founder with her daughter Morgan of One Hot Cookie and Oh Donut. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's an honor.
So you started One Hot Cookie back in 2013. Any idea how many cookies you've sold?
Probably not nearly as many as I've eaten.
No.
But no, lots and lots and lots, because we've done, the gift boxes, just the traditional stores, corporate orders. We move through some cookies on a daily basis.
All right,
very fortunately.
So no one's going to be like the 1 millionth cookie person.
I think we've passed the 1 millionth cookie person.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but yeah.
Give me an overview of the business, maybe prior COVID, and then how you've kind of managed through this.
Sure. So prior to COVID, speaking from One Hot Cookie, we were really focused on growth, and we felt that growth was by adding stores, and just kind of, doing that traditional model of, opening new businesses. And that was all fine, well and good. It had its own set of challenges and different things. And then, March 15th happened, and the world seemed to come to a stop, and our business model no longer functioned. Also, one of our models is we do very well next to like a fast casual or a family dining, or you're already out. Why don't we take it one step further and go out for dessert? So as soon as, restaurants were shut down, that hurts us just as much as it hurts them, so to speak. So that's why when things were, initially closing down, like we were really very much standing in line with our brothers and sisters in the restaurant industry, because even though we aren't a full service restaurant, we rely on them to generate that excitement, that traffic, that going out feeling. So it was rough.
So how many stores did you have open before COVID hit at that point?
At that point, we had 3 One Hot Cookies and then Oh Donut Company. So we were running 4 stores, and we employed about 25 people.
Okay, and post-COVID?
Post-COVID, we are running one Hot Cookie out of Boardman, and then we have Oh Donut Company in Boardman as well. We do have plans to reopen our Youngstown location, but we are not reopening our Pittsburgh location.
Okay. And I shouldn't say post-COVID, because we're still in COVID.
We're still in it. And we have not yet opened Youngstown, but there are plans. We're just sort of waiting and seeing how the downtown business population will come back, and what YSU is doing. All of those sorts of things play into our timing down there.
Are you concerned at all, because there was such a great revitalization going on, and then Phelps Street is now pedestrian. Really, you were at the forefront of the revitalization in Youngstown with One Hot Cookie. What have you seen in terms of restaurants down there, and are you concerned that some may not reopen?
The restaurant business, from what little I know, seems tough on a day-to-day basis, so I can't imagine how they're dealing with it right now. So yeah, I think there's some genuine concern. But what I'm getting a sense of is that for the restaurants who aren't making it, there are other people willing to take the chance and ready to step up and kind of make their mark. So I think that downtown will have a second rebirth, if you will, or there'll be a new crop of kids on the block, so to speak, who will be taking chances and sort of building their dreams there. But I don't know when we'll see that transition, so hopefully we can all afford to wait it out.
You mentioned a couple other stores that didn't work, in Niles and in Wexford?
Yeah, so we were down in Wexford. That was a COVID casualty. But in Niles, we just, we sort of ran our course there, and we had the opportunity to leave. Our lease was up, so we took that option and moved on. So
do you look at that as a failure or as a learning experience, or is it tough to when we're going to have to close it?
Yeah, it's tough. They're both they're both failures, but they're also learning experiences, and that all of those motivational nonsense that says it's not taking the fall, it's the bounce. So I think it's being able to come off of that bounce, and it's also recognizing that knowing when you need to cut the cord. So if you're parachuting or whatever, you have to pull that ripcord, otherwise you can't just continue on falling. So I think that there's something to be said for having, the wherewithal to take the leap, and then also knowing when the leap wasn't a good move, and being able to pivot.
And it sounds like that through COVID, it gave you some additional opportunities and maybe kind of changed your strategy or trajectory?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that it sort of brought into focus our priorities. And, our priority, obviously, first and foremost, is our team members. They're the lifeblood of what makes our organization great. And so I think that we have a new sense of appreciation for our, we call them Team Cookie or our Cookie family. Like, we really value our employees. And then also we had an online presence, everyone does, and we did some e-commerce, but our ability to pivot to e-commerce when nothing else was open and you weren't able to go elsewhere was the only reason that we're still here today. So, taking that, taking that week to kind of mourn and right your head, and then being like, we have options. We're very fortunate. This is what we can do. So then we introduced the at-home kits for both cookies and donuts, and they both took off, and we were able to transition. I kind of laughed that, we went from being, a dessert shop and bakery to we were really more of a logistics company when you're trying to figure out how to route 200 deliveries on a Saturday morning. So
were you physically packing everything and getting it to the post office or wherever?
Well, so we did two different methods, but yeah, we had already had a system set up with FedEx. So several years back, Perishable Shipping Solutions, Danny Cotullo's business, helped us get off the ground with our FedEx. So we were already set up to ship nationwide. So with just some couple, upgrades to our infrastructure, and we saw where our weak points were on our website, we were able to move on that. And then on the donut side, we were physically packing donut kits and setting up delivery drivers, because we did all that. So for the donut business, it was all local. Nothing was shipped. So every Saturday and Sunday morning, we were routing delivery drivers. So we were literally calling people and saying, "Oh, are you laid off? We can help you. Like, we need help." So, and Morgan did a phenomenal job of figuring out routing software. And so it literally felt like we were an Amazon delivery company on the weekends for a while there, which was great. I mean, it was the only thing that kept us here.
So, in terms of revenue compared to last year, did you take a hit? Did you end up doing better over the Christmas season because of this?
We had a phenomenal Christmas season, and it depends on how you look at it. Obviously we're lost stores, so our revenue overall is down. But, our Boardman store is doing phenomenal. Our online sales are, 70% up from previous years. So, we were very fortunate in the response that we received from the community and their response to our ability to pivot. So I don't want to discredit us in saying that, we're just very lucky and this is what happened. We worked very hard in making sure that we were able to do that pivot. And then, we were there every weekend with our teammates, and employees, figuring this out as we went along. And it was a scary time for, personally for everyone. They were dealing with everything that was going on in their own different way.
Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell for notifications. And also make sure to connect with us on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. For all of your business news, visit businessjournaldaily.com. For all of your arts and entertainment news, go to afterhoursyoungstown.com.
Built for the 21st century American workforce, Eastern Gateway Community College has 2 campuses and is a national leader in online learning. EGCC.edu is a digital gateway where 30,000 students are quickly transforming their financial futures through degrees, certificates, transferable credits, and higher paying jobs. And now, residents of the Mahoning Valley can enroll in summer classes for free. It's the EGCC Summer Guarantee. Eastern Gateway. America's new workforce starts here.